Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Bounty Killer's UK visa reportedly reinstated. Having recently opened up about his prolonged inability to travel to the United States, veteran dancehall artist Bounty Killer has reasons to celebrate after his visa to the United Kingdom was reportedly reinstated. In an Instagram post on Monday, the entertainer shared a screenshot of what appears to be a visa page in his passport. New album, new visa. It's a new arising, like the phoenix. So, who if it start lose weight, do it now. Wanna say, it me can't get it back, no visa, but God is in control. Never will I ever bow, stoop, bend or sell out, Bounty captioned the image. The 51-year-old given name Rodney Price, in a YouTube interview last week, said his inability to travel to the United States was devastating to his music career and family. It's life. Life is life. You have to just live. I don't know what I did to not have a visa for 13 years, but up until this day, the embassy not even give me a good explanation, Bounty Killer stated. I don't even know how to survive. Most of my fans are in the US, and that's where the music market is biggest. I can't even get to go promote my songs or greet my fans or even my family, my kids. I got several kids in the United States, so this affected me devastatingly, he added. Bounty Killer is currently promoting Time Bomb, a joint EP with Sham, with whom he recently collaborated on several singles. The 7-track project is in celebration of Dave Kelly's Madhouse Records' 30th anniversary. We are mourning with the mothers. Several residents took to the streets of Discovery Bay on Sunday afternoon to register their grief and sorrow following the rape and murder of 8-year-old Talia Thomas. The child, who lived in Fortland Wood area, was reportedly violated, then stabbed to death by a man who is said to be a family friend. According to the police, the accused picked up Talia from a neighbor's house, took her to his house, where he raped then stabbed her to death. He then attempted to commit suicide. He was taken to hospital by the police, who were called to the scene. The gruesome killing has left the community in shock as placard bearers took to the streets, calling for an end to child abuse in the country. One protesting resident said she learned of Talia's death moments after seeing the crowd of the accused joining the community. No one raised an alarm, the woman said, because the accused was a friend of the young girl's family. We were here at my stall when he passed me with the little girl standing on the bicycle. I said to a young man, that is a dangerous way to be carrying a child, said the woman, who did not provide her name. She was worried that the child could be in danger if there was a traffic mishap. She wondered if her impending sense of danger was a premonition of what was to come about an hour later. I saw this young lady running up and down the road, someone telling her to look at the little girl front there, he said. According to her, residents eventually worked up the courage to investigate, and a man gave her the horrible news that the child had been stabbed to death and a man accused of the death had tried to kill himself. She said the entire community is shaken up by the tragedy. We are in solidarity with that mother, and no mother in this Discovery Bay sleeps Saturday night. It is hard on everybody. Everybody feel it, she said. The guy stabbed up himself and the police came to hospital, but the little girl is dead, and her mother and millions of other mothers are mourning. So that's why we're demonstrating. We're mourning with the mothers who are now losing their children in brutal ways, she added. Her sentiments were echoed by another resident who said her daughter was Talia's close friend. It is frustrating. There are not even words to describe how I'm feeling at this moment. This should have never happened, she said. She added that the incident has traumatized family and friends. Residents of Discovery Bay need to open up their eyes. There are more of them here, and this is just one they got caught, the woman warned. She urged residents to speak out against child abuse. I am so upset that it has to reach to this point where a child has to die before people start talking. We are not supposed to wait until a child has passed away before we take a stand. It's wrong. This little girl that has lost her life is one of my daughter's friends. It's my 4-year-old little friend also. And they are traumatized right now. They are crying, she added. Plea for gangsters, Momo. Alexander Shaw, the attorney representing the soul woman convicted for being a member of the deadly Clansman gang on Monday, painted a picture of her as a rejected wife, a mother pained by her inability to see her teenage daughter in high school uniform, and a woman still involved in ministering the gospel inside prison. Making his plea in mitigation, before trial judge Chief Justice Bryan during the sentencing exercise for Stephanie Cole Christie and 14 other convicted gangsters at the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston on Monday, Shaw said his client has somewhat been ostracized, arguing for a light sentence of 2 to 3 years for his client, who otherwise called Momo, and who already have 5 other convictions. The attorney declared that Cole Christie has already been punished, having been rejected by her husband, who doesn't want anything to do with her. She has been here in prison gates, closing behind her for the last 4 years, and I submit that it is enough to act as a deterrent. Mrs. Christie is 48 years old. She is not a pump, notwithstanding the fact that she is the eldest in the gang. As the evidence unfolds, there were instances when she would invite her friends to church. The truth is, there was a constant struggle because, though she was going to church, she found herself being part of a negative social group, he stated. According to Shaw, Cole Christie has expressed how depressive it is to be locked away from her young daughter and has talked about having suicidal thoughts. He said the interviewer who prepared Cole Christie's social inquiry report tried to make contact with her husband, who doesn't want anything to do with her or this court matter. He further said Cole Christie was needed by her ailing mother, who is elderly and has been cared for by his client before her incarceration. He said his client, who was making a meaningful contribution to society as an entrepreneur and community member, is still involved in ministry, is on the choir, and helps in the kitchen at the remand center. According to Shaw, his client, from behind the walls of prison, is still trying to make things better. In March this year, Cole Christie was found guilty of being a member of the notorious criminal organization. Cole Christie, said to be a top-tier member of the gang, at the time in the fervently delivered unsworn statement, had described herself as a businesswoman and entrepreneur who is known by many as a people person. She had claimed that her only modus operandi was caring for the elderly and young people by getting them into schools. She told the court that she also spearheaded Community Sports Day and a major get-together which was recognized in attraction sponsorship for several big-name companies. However, witness number 2, a former gang member turned state witness, had asserted that Cole Christie was the link between the police force and the gang and was the one to source legal representative whenever a gang member ran afoul of the law. Cole Christie is said to be bankroll legal fees for extortion monies. Chief Justice, in convicting the so-called pastor, had referred to recordings, conversations which had entered into evidence, featuring her in conversation with the witness, during which she spoke of a corrupt cop who fed her with information. That, Chief Justice stated, was consistent with the evidence of the police witness who said Cole Christie had tried to bribe him. On Monday, Cole Christie, replaced in a pink floated outfit, fresh braided framing her little face, sat quietly, her well-made-up face a study in concentration. The matter resumes today at 10 a.m. when the attorneys will continue their plea in mitigation addresses. The convicted Clansman member to be sentenced alongside leader Andre Blackman Bryan and Cole Christie are Michael Wisely, Dylan McLean, Lamar Simpson, Tariq James, Fabian Johnson, Jazeel Blake, Will Taylor, Joseph McCurdy, Jermaine Robinson, Adrian Golden, Tommy Taylor, Brian Morris, and Ted Prince. The Crown, in opening its case on September 20, 2021, said the accused individuals, which comprised the Blackman faction of the Clansman gang, had various roles in which they acted as killers, drivers, lookoutsmen and watchmen, gunsmiths, and foot soldiers. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the